Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today I'll be talking about the New York Jets trade for Shaq Lawson. Before we get started, just wanted to mention you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY, and if you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast wherever it is you get your podcast for the New York Jets. So let's hop right into it. The Jets traded a 6th-round pick for Lawson. Now, this is probably because Carl Lawson, who was just signed earlier in the offseason, and Vinny Curry are both lost for the season. So the Jets arguably had a need at the edge rusher position. And now I'm not going to say that Shaq Lawson is going to come in and replace the production of either of those two guys, but I think he is a capable edge player and a versatile edge player in this league. And we'll go through that in this video. Shaq Lawson's 27 years old, and he was the former 19th overall pick in the 2016 draft class by the Buffalo Bills. He spent the first few years of his career there before being moved to Miami, and then Miami flipped him to Houston this offseason, and Houston flips him to the New York Jets. And essentially the Jets used Jordan Willis to trade for a 6th, and then used that sixth to trade for Shaq Lawson. That is a win by Joe Douglas in any book. Last year, he had 4 sacks, 25 pressures, 14 quarterback knockdowns, and 6 hurries. I think he's a little underrated, actually, and being able to get him for a 6th is really good value. And again, the Jets needed a veteran presence in here after losing both of those guys, and he's someone who, at minimum, is familiar with the division, and he should be someone who can come in and just play right away. Again, he's not going to be really like an elite level edge rusher, but I think he could be a steady defensive end in this system and just, getting after the quarterback. His career high in sacks was 6.5 in 2019 with the Buffalo Bills. And for this year, his cap hit is $3.2 million. Next year, in 2022, $10.8 million. You can cut him and have just $1.8 million of dead money if you wanted to do that also, but relatively cheap swing for this year at least. And we'll see how he plays. If he's someone who, looks like a viable starter, then great. Keep him for another year and have the Lawson duo getting after the quarterback and just add to this continued rotation of defensive line. But after both the injuries to Carl Lawson and Vinny Curry, I thought it was pretty obvious the Jets needed to come out and make a trade for an edge rusher. This is probably a little bit of a lower cost than I was anticipating. And from Houston, I just don't think he was going to be a major player for them. So the Jets probably just said, hey, this guy doesn't look like he's high up on your depth chart. We could use him. Would you rather a 6th than just cut him? And they say, sure. That's probably what happened here, which is fine. I think that makes a lot of sense for the Jets. They have a need, and they went out and addressed it because we know how important edge is going to be on this team going forward. And no, that's not going to take away snaps necessarily from some of the younger guys. It's just going to be a little bit of a rotation and just adding more depth, which I'm completely okay with. So you let me know in the comments below or on social media how you feel about the trade. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you next time.